Good morning, guys. It is currently 5:15 a.m. and I'm waiting for my car to pick me up because today I'm going to Provence with a skincare brand called Nuxe. They're a French brand and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a work trip. We're going on a wellness retreat, so it's going to be a lot of yoga, sunrise hikes. Yeah, just a whole brand immersive, and I'm taking you with me. Let's go.
Come with us to check out the Galinier in Provence.
So we've arrived at the most beautiful hotel. I think one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in. You can see in the background, I have a bath in my room. I mean, look, it is just so French, so authentic, so rustic. I'm looking out onto the most beautiful green trees, big hills, pouring rain. It actually couldn't be more idyllic. I think if I could dream up a life of where I'd want to wake up and look at every morning, it would be this view. And I live by the sea, and I'm someone that says I'll never leave the sea, but there's just something about being so rural and cut off from the world that just instantly calms you. Speaking of calm, I just wanted to show you a gadget that I love. You would have seen the clip of me flying earlier, and I actually show the gadget around my neck, and it's this. It's called the Sense8. This is a really great wellness device, and one that I was sent the day before I came here via Health. I work with them closely. They are a UK supplement company that are just so cutting edge, innovative. They look for the most kind of like brand new supplements out there, but they really do their research. They sell brands that are sold in the US that we just can't get here. And I absolutely love working with them. I used to buy from them before they approached me to do like a long-term partnership thing. And now I'm one of their affiliate sellers and I have a running code for 10% off, which is always in the description. So yes, anyway, they sent me a care package the day before I came here, and in it was the Sense8 Pebble. This is what it looks like, and it comes with a lanyard, and then this is the turning on button. If you press it like that, it's on. And what it does, it attaches to an app. I feel like I already know what you're going to say. Donna, there's another app in your life. But you know, this is how we live now. This is our 2024 technology. So this is the app. I have it next to my Kindle app. So when you open it, it just looks like this. And all it is that you select a track, and then they have lots of different options. They have nature, space and time, sacred spaces, breathe. And I went into the nature and I chose this first one right here. And then I put my AirPods Max on, turned on my Pebble, and during takeoff, all I could hear, because I had my noise cancellation on, all I could hear was the nature track, which was just birds chirping, like lots and lots of birds chirping, almost like in a rainforest setting. And the vibrations were being sent through the device. So it works with the track, it's like a sensory device basically. This sits on your chest and it sends vibrations, it does tapping, and you can choose 10 minutes, you can choose 30 minutes. And because I was kind of already sitting on the runway and we hadn't taxied out, and I chose a 30-minute one, and by the time the seatbelt went off, it was when it was finishing, and I don't think I have ever been that calm during takeoff. I mean, the way to describe my fear of flying is petrification. Like, I absolutely hate it. I dread it. I will be honest with you, the severe anxiety I normally get before flying hadn't actually kicked in. And I genuinely feel that's just because I've slowed down my lifestyle so much. I know how to calm myself now, and I live this very, centered, focused life. So I think already like doing that kind of homework at home has stopped that severe anxiety I used to get before flying. And I kept waiting for it to kick in, and it was weird because I was like, stop telling yourself, but it never actually came. But when we were, taxiing out, I could feel just, I was sweating a little bit, and I checked my Oura Ring stats, funnily enough, when we landed. And obviously, like during that, just that half an hour takeoff, that 20 minutes that it was, I was in deep stress, but I didn't feel it. And I felt incredibly calm. I was soaring. I didn't hear any of the plane noises. I could just hear this rainforest chirping. And I've literally used it once, and I could not recommend this device more. It's absolutely incredible. I think it's around £200. I looked on the website, so it's not a cheap device. Do you know what I feel like this would be really great as? If you're someone that just does this really busy lifestyle, maybe of commuting, and you're on a packed train or a packed tube, you could sit there listening to this with noise cancelling earphones on and just literally be in another planet. It was such a great way to start your day. I think this is going to be a really, really, really big part of my life, and I love it that it's kind of travel friendly. It's got this lanyard on it. I really couldn't recommend this more. I was really blown away with it. It was great. So we have a really fun evening planned this evening. The nutritionist, is here to do like an interactive dinner. So I think she's created a recipe. I think we're going to be making some of it, and then we're going to eat it, which is just really nice. It's kind of like a casual, cozy evening tonight with all the other creators and journalists that are here. And we're just all going to get together and just have a really nice nutrition packed dinner. So the theme for this evening in terms of dressing was casual but intimate and comfy. So this is what I'm wearing. I bought with me my base range jersey dress. It's like a ribbed jersey material, you can see there, and it crosses over at the back here, and then you bring it around and tie it at the front. It's quite long. I'm going to show you it here, and I'm just wearing it with my Massimo Dutti ballet flats. They're mesh. This is what they look like up close. They're so comfy, and they just look really nice. I love it that they're just see-through and you can just see your toes through it. But yeah, this is what I went for. I do. I feel really comfy, casual, but still smart at the same time. I popped on some Lisa Eldridge lip gloss, which is oily, not sticky, which is really nice. Just a little bit of colour. Touched up my makeup from earlier, but yeah, you can see the rib of the dress here a bit closer up in the light. I love it. I actually got this on Farfetched for £80. They're normally like much, much more. So I think I got a really good deal. I'm going to see if that deal's still going on Farfetch, but I'll leave a link for it. But yeah, that's it. Look at my amazing bath. Isn't it beautiful? Room tour tomorrow morning, I promise. 6:30 a.m. my body clock just woke me up. Made a green tea, and I thought I'd just jump on here quickly to show you the beautiful view that I've woken up to this morning. The birds are chirping. I don't have any curtains in my room. I'm talking quietly, by the way, because there's people next door and above me, and we're in an old farmhouse, and I think that you're about to hear through the walls. But let me just show you this beautiful view. Isn't that just spectacular. We're lost in the French hills in Provence. It's just breathtaking. The birds are chirping. You could hear the frogs all night. Stunning, right? Anyway, I'm gonna drink my tea. We've got a packed day today. Okay, time to get ready for today. Our first activity is that we're going on a hike around these beautiful hills and nature. It's going to be amazing. So this is what I'm going to wear. Just before we left, the team from Nuxe sent us some appropriate wear for the trip and the activities that we're going to do on it, which is really nice. This is from Adenola. I'm sure you've heard of that brand. I wear so much of their activewear. It's honestly, for me, like, it's the best. I love the material. So they sent us a big hoodie in this beautiful kind of like nature green. I bought my On Cloud Swift trainers with me. We got a what to pack itinerary, which is always really helpful because you never really know. So this was like really detailed, which I love. They also sent us some activewear from Adenola. This beautiful set. I've actually got these in black. The front kind of dips down. They're the yoga legging, the new yoga legging on Adenola. And these ones are in, again, that beautiful kind of like sage green and a little top, kind of like a strappy top. I'm going to wear that set. And what else do we have? Oh, let's not forget the cap. So I'm sorted for today. Like, it's very easy. Like, it all came. I'm going to put it on, and that's what I'm going to go hiking in. So that's our first activity. Cannot wait. Oh, look at my Nuxe set up by my sink. I've got some of their skincare here, which they left for me to use. And not forgetting the monogrammed face cloth because, you know, everything is always monogrammed and I absolutely love it. And I've also got all my itineraries here. And I have the floral iconic oil, the dry oil. I have, oh, this is the honey lip balm. It's really, really good. And beautiful candle. These are everywhere downstairs. They're just burning them. They're so nice. And of course, not forgetting my embossed mirror. Every trip they do that for us. Right guys, I have got my Adenola set on and I've just popped on this casual jumper because I'm going to go downstairs and have some breakfast before we do the hike, which is important. Need some fuel. Morning, Billy.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Oh, nice. Breakfast. Nice fresh fruit, yogurts, cheese, of course. We are in France. And French bread, which I can't resist.
And then we'll have breakfast pudding, right? Of course, yeah, should be yogurt, fruit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So back from the hike, it was absolutely beautiful. Sun has come out. Well, it's gone back in again now, but it's really nice now. It's been raining since we've been here, so we are out to do poolside yoga. I'm going to flip the camera around to show you the pool. that ended up being a bit of a disaster yoga lesson because it absolutely poured hard with rain. So I've come back in, got my jumper back on, and we're going to sit down for a beautiful lunch right now. But yeah, we just kind of got 7 minutes. There's M&M hanging, waiting to eat because we're starving.
We've been rehearsing our lines for all
The
morning.
performance later. The rose garden is so pretty. It's even that in the rain is actually really gorgeous.
There's my room right there, Hansel's Tower. See now, look at this beautiful sun, blue skies coming out.
Look
And
how dry this bit of gravel is here. I reckon if we put the table here.
Under the big tree.
Yeah.
I wonder where they do the wedding ceremony.
Okay guys, I've just come back to the room because it's turned out to be a bit of a disaster today. We were meant to do yoga by the pool, as you just saw, but I had to turn the camera off because the rain fell from the skies. So we all came in, we just had a bit of lunch. I'm going to do a room tour for you, but before that I'm going to show you how bad the rain actually is here. It is non-stop rain. I don't know if you can see that or even if you can hear it. But it's literally chucking it down. We had all these lovely kind of things booked to be outside with. Like on our itineraries, we were going to do like yoga. And thank God we got the hike in this morning because, yeah, we're meant to having cocktails by the pool this evening. But I definitely don't think that's going to happen. And I've got where I'm freezing cold. So I am going to run that, get in it, and then I will do a room tour for you. Okay. I am very cosy in my dressing gown now. I've definitely warmed up. So let's get on with this room tour. So this is my beautiful room at the La Galinière Hotel in Le Marin in Provence. And it's just so simply stunning. Yeah, there is my stunning view that I've been showing you since I arrived. Currently pouring hard with rain, but it's still beautiful. So let me turn around. That is the door that I've just come through, which if it was sunny, I could make use of these beautiful hats that are hanging on the door. And then you just get to a fully panelled back wall and my bathtub that is in the middle of the room. So it's shower, bath, freestanding with a chair with the towels on. And yeah, I mean, it's quite something, right? And of course, as you know, I'm here with Nuxe. So on the bath, I get left scented shower gel, which has sweet almond oil in it. Really, really nice. I've already been using that. And then we get to my vanity area from the bath, and we have the sink with my monogrammed face cloths, some more skincare from Nuxe, but we're going to go into that in a minute. And it comes along here. We've got like a kettle, a fridge with some water in it, an espresso machine, and my monogrammed mirror from Nuxe. And then moving round, we have the bed area. So bedside tables, stools at the foot of the bed, which is incredibly comfy, I should say. And over here we have some more Nuxe products, part of the new hair care range, which is launching in September 2024, which is really nice because we get to try it first. So we have the High Shine shampoo, clean, vegan formula. It's got fermented pink camellia oil in it. Obviously the conditioner to go alongside that, and we have the iconic oil, but for hair. So this is the pre-shampoo nourishing mask. Got fermented pink camellia oil in it as well. I haven't tested it yet. I haven't tried it to see if it's got the same scent as the iconic oil, but I'm guessing it will, like the hero product of Nuxe. And we have a little kind of tangle teaser brush as well, which is really cute. So yeah, that's their new hair care range. And then coming round, there's my very comfy chair back to the bath. And then we just have some nice wardrobe space here, which I hung up all of my bits. and put my shoes in, my hair pieces. But we also got left the Nuxe sun range, which unfortunately we haven't been able to use because it's been raining the whole time, but they're in there anyway. So that's my cupboard space, and yeah, that is my room tour. Oh, and the toilet is just through that door, but you don't need to see that one. And I have just noticed that since I've been to lunch and come back, the brand have left me a little Hunza G gift, which is cute. So I think that I might have a swimsuit in here. We're meant to do something by the pool tomorrow, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen if it's raining. But still, it's always nice to get a new swimsuit. And yeah, so thank you guys, that's really nice. And I'm guessing this is a hair scrunchie in it. So that's it, that's the room. Isn't it just so beautiful here? I'll put the link for the hotel in the description, but it's so serene, so calm. Looking out onto that view when you wake up in the morning, this morning was just really incredible. It's almost like that I wish you were here moment. I feel really lucky to be able to come on these trips and do these incredible things to places that I may not have visited before. I've got some free time now. I'm going to get ready for dinner. And then just before dinner, I have asked someone to come and do a little feature on this week's vlog, and I think you're going to like it. So I'm going to film that before we go to dinner. So I am getting ready for dinner. I've got a really nice kind of like evening meal. The theme is Touch of Shimmer. And because I literally do not own anything with like diamonds, glitter, anything like that on it, my touch of shimmer is actually going to be the new Nuxe product that we came here to learn all about, and they've just delivered it to my room, so I'm going to tell you about it before dinner, not after. I'm sure you've all used the iconic bronze shimmer dry oil. Well, they've brought a new one out for the summer, and it's rose gold shimmer, and it has like a scent of grapefruit and orange blossom in, so it's just really like zesty and fresh. And this I'm just going to put across here tonight as my touch of shimmer. So that's a start. I've done half of my makeup, but I wanted to show you one product that I really, really love. This is Say Beauty. It's a clean, it's a very LA term, but they call it clean beauty. It's vegan and cruelty-free and all of that. And Say Beauty is just a really lovely, I think, minimal makeup line. They just do really dewy, fresh, real skin type makeup. This is their slip tint. And it's a broad spectrum, so it's got an SPF 30 and it's a sunscreen, but it has a tint to it. And I've just popped that all over my face. It's really glowy and just kind of gave me, I can still see my skin through it, but it just kind of like even skin tone and covers some imperfections. That is literally all I have on my face. And I've just got a touch of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And I put a little bit on some of the blemish marks that I still have on my chin, and then just slightly on my under eye. But these are my face base this evening. I'm a very minimal makeup, no makeup person, and I just thought I would give those two a go. This is really, really nice, really nice. I think like going through the summer, this is definitely going to be my go-to. I have shade 2 on. That's what it looks like on my hand. And that's what it looks like on my skin. Then I did a little bit of Anastasia. This is the Clear Brow Gel, but I really want to try the Brow Freeze Gel. So I have it in a pot, and they do one with a wand now. So I really want to try that one, but I just have that on my eyebrows, and then I filled it in with the Brow Wiz. But I've recently had them threaded and dyed, so I didn't need that much of a touch up. I did a little bit of Milk Makeup contour stick. You've heard me talk about this before, and I put it on the hollows of my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, and then on my forehead. And I just buffed that in. And then I put on the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. Really, really loving this right now. Love the curved wand. Got the mascara on, and now I'm going to use a couple of new products. I have the new Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder. Love a big chunky bronzer for the summer. This is what it looks like. I thought I'd bring it with me. I actually thought that it would be a little bit more sunny than it is, but we're just going to go with it, and I'm just going to put that at the high points just to kind of give a little warmth to my skin. You can just see how lovely and dewy that slip tint is. It's really, really nice. This is gorgeous as well. I love Giorgio Armani. I actually love their Luminous Silk foundation, but yeah, this is the Luminous Silk bronzing powder in 100. Just lining eyelids. This is the Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade lip pencil in 0N. Quickly become a go-to nude. It's really soft, really easy to use. I just kind of go around the edges. And then in the middle, another Giorgio Armani new release. This is the Prisma Glass Gloss. This is in shade 07. It's a nude, which is definitely a bit of me. I mean, it's really sheer, really nude. So I'm just going to pop that in the middle. That's really nice, really not sticky. Kind of like a lip oil, but thicker, if you know what I mean. Gives a nice nude tone to my lip. Feels really comfortable. No scent, flavour. That's lovely. So that's just my makeup this evening. That's a pretty, this is quite a heavy look for me. But I'm glad that I just went for the slip tint and didn't put any foundation on, because it just feels just really fresh and incredibly glowy, as you can see. And I love it that I've warmed up my skin with a new Luminous Silk bronzing powder, because we're getting into those summer months. I just want to look a little bit more kind of summery. Okay, so now my outfit for this evening. I'm actually wearing something that I bought last year. It's an outfit from COS. Last year was very much the year of the bandeau, and I bought this linen two-piece in COS because I loved it, and I knew that it would be a piece that I would always be able to pick out of my wardrobe. And when I got the itinerary for Nuxe and where we were going in the evening and the type of place we're at, I just thought, I know the exact outfit that I'm going to dig out of my wardrobe, my summer wardrobe, which was still in storage, and I'm going to bring it with me to wear. So I am wearing my wardrobe this evening. The trousers are kind of wide leg at the bottom, and the top just sits over the top. I just think it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever bought, and I definitely know I'm going to be wearing this in 10 years. It's so classic and super comfortable. So that's what I'm wearing, and I'm with it. I bought my new Jill Sander sandals to wear. You saw these in the vlog a couple of vlogs ago, my little cage ones. So it's the second time I'm going to be wearing these. I'm really hoping the weather holds out. I do not want it to rain. But apparently there's cars that can take us. If not, it's literally over the road, but just in case. So that's what I'm going to wear with them this evening, and I thought they go really well. We will go for a lovely meal across the road to the sister hotel of this one. I think we're going to have a nice fish dinner. Very, very healthy food on this trip. I haven't had to question any of it at all. It's just been really, really fresh produce. I've eaten a lot of melon, just such good melon here. Just you can tell that they got it from the local market. And so that's the shoes on. I hope you can see that. I'm looking at my camera thinking I look really small, but I think by the time you get to see it, it'll be fine. And they're not the most comfortable shoes. I wouldn't walk too far in them, but they're definitely not too bad. I have to keep hoiking my boobs up in this though, because they tend to fall down. One more thing before I leave, I forgot to put the dry oil on for my little bit of shimmer. Oh yeah, it's really fruity. Come in. Emma's coming in now. Here she comes. Oh, hi.
Shrunk into a wash.
Oh, Emma.
I was scared I wasn't going to get them on. Hi, everyone.
They're linen.
They're fine. I know, I thought...
Honestly, I've done the same.
They're okay though. More like the length.
I know. You've now got cropped ankle swing trousers.
Oh, I don't know about that. Alright, well, I'm
Bend up and down a bit.
Yeah, I feel like stretch them out.
You will, because it's linen, it will stretch, but...
Oh, it's annoying.
I did a COS pair, exact same.
I put them on freezing though, no heat. Oh, they've already got longer. Okay, good.
Do you want me to yank them down from the bottom? Let me have a go.
I should have done this before I put them on.
Perhaps you should have tried them on yesterday. Right, stand.
So
No, I'm going to pull them down to the floor.
Yeah, nice. Okay, that's
I'm going to do
good.
the front.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other one.
Oh, so much better.
They're a bit longer.
This is in your vlog. The realities.
This is real life, right? This is what we do.
Real life, guys.
Real
Clothes
life.
shrink. Like God, I literally put them on and I was like,
Oh fuck. And my sparkle's going to be the new. Say it properly. How do you say it?
Huile prodigieuse or florale.
There you are. Emma's French. That's how you say it. I'm like dry oil from Nuxe.
Shimmery dry oil.
That's it.
I'm going to have sparkly shoes. I always have sparkly shoes, so that's easy. But I forgot a handbag, so lucky I got some pockets.
I did too.
This looks really good though.
Thank you.
Where was that one from?
I was just saying, this is from COS, and I bought this last year.
I really like the fit of that top.
So nice, right?
Really lovely. It looks like a line have a few pieces like that.
Yeah.
It
And
looks really
didn't
lovely.
Totem do one like this last year?
Probably. It's
But
quite
then
a big
COS
cut.
did it, and but don't you feel like you could wear this in 10 years' time and just be like, yeah?
100%. Really like that. Nice long baggy trousers.
I didn't put them in the wash.
Showing off. Right, let me get my shoes.
Okay, right, back to my oil. Anyway, yes, this is my shimmer oil this evening. This is my touch of shimmer. You heard Emma pronounce it. That's how you say it. But if you're looking for something to give you that golden or rose golden glow in the summer, this is for you. Oh, it smells exquisite, really summery. Actually, very Provence. It's very fragrant here. Just everything's just fresh and beautiful smelling. And this, I've smelt this scent the whole time we've been here because they've had candles burning in the scent, and it's just it encompasses our trip, which is just really, really nice. Yeah, this is an absolute summer must-have. Definitely linking it in the description. But yeah, that's it. Right, let's go. Dinner. Go to have some dinner. I just had some drinks by the pool, and now we're going to have some dinner in the sister hotel to the one we're staying in. So very much looking forward to it. I'm going to swing my camera because look at these streets.
This is the new oil from Nuxe. It's the rose gold shimmer version of the original oil. From the Nuxe oil collection, one sells every 7 seconds worldwide, and it truly is a French pharmacy staple.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, we're really excited to bring it here tonight to celebrate. It's not only a rose gold version, but it's got a new scent. It's got grapefruit, magnolia, musk, and orange blossom. So thank you so much for coming.
I'm actually just sitting here at breakfast on my own. It's 8:47 and everyone seems to be oversleeping today, like having a lie-in. I was just speaking to Em, she's the nutritionist, outside. She went on a 10k run. So I feel kind of like maybe I should have gone out and had a walk this morning. I kind of miss my hot-cold therapy when I'm away. Can't wait to get back to the sauna. I'm just having some boiled eggs, avocado, which is very me, right? Very quiet in here. Let me just show you where I'm sitting. So this table's normally fill up with lots of content creators, but today there's no one. But it's just glorious, very peaceful. Having a nice peaceful breakfast. Is this not a very different view than yesterday? This is more like it, Claudia, right? Look at the goddess. Oh my God, look at you. You're a vision, literal vision. Do you know what? That was a really lovely yoga class, much better than the one in the rain yesterday. Even though it was quite, I don't know, surreal being in the rain doing yoga. It wasn't that nice actually getting wet and trying to do moves. I was slipping off the mat. It was a bit dangerous, to be honest. But the sun was out, the sun was shining. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do my skincare for the day because I didn't actually do it this morning. So I'm going to talk to you about some of the products that were left in my room, and I'm going to do the whole kind of routine with you and talk about Nuxe as a brand, because if you didn't already know Nuxe as a brand, you're going to know a little bit more about them after this. So they left me some products. I'm just trying to find them all. 2 seconds. Right, okay. So I've got them. So Nuxe is a brand that is just kind of like steeped in French heritage. They are founded in France. They kind of combine nature and luxury. So their name Nuxe means nature and luxury kind of mixed together. That's how the name came up. And they use natural ingredients, they're vegan formulas, but they have like a sensorial journey attached to them. So they're very scent heavy, and they just take you on this beautiful kind of, like, you can be in the hills of Provence, or you could be like walking along the beach in the Riviera. Their most iconic product is, I'm going to murder this name, I already know it, I don't speak French and I don't have a French accent, so please, my apologies to anyone French watching this, but this is their iconic product. It's actually the floral version of it. I don't have the original, which is just, it looks yellow, but this is the Huile Prodigis. This is their iconic product. It was launched in 1991 and it's still sold in the absolute millions today. I think I learned last night that like one is sold every 7 seconds or something. It's like iconic, and it's a multi-purpose dry oil. So you put it on, it's not kind of like oily on the skin, but you can use it on your body, your face, your hair, like nails, anything. And they've actually brought a hair one out, which I showed you earlier in the vlog that was left in the room. Yeah, this is the floral, but the original one, the scent is just, it's so iconic. And every time you smell it, you're like, oh my God, like I remember when, or I remember when I wore that. It's just one of those products. But they have an extensive line, they really do. They've got skincare, yeah, and body care, and now they've got hair care. So that's what I was brought on this retreat for, to just really immerse yourself in everything Nuxe. And of course, I've been given the skincare. So let's wash my face. I'm going to take my Oura ring off. I don't wash my face with my Oura ring. I keep it on for everything. Hot, cold, in the sauna, cold plunge, everything. But I'm just not sure I want the creams to kind of like get stuck in the device. So I do always take it off. So I'm just going to wet my face. And I'm going to use the Very Rose Light Cleansing Foam. Now this cleanser is a foam, as you can see. But it's very, very gentle. The texture's really light. It's almost like air. But it has this incredible sweet rose smell, and that is rose floral water added to it, which is incredibly soothing and calming. So if you have irritated skin, you're like, oh, I'm staying off the actives for a bit because, my barrier's compromised or anything like that, or rosacea, even a skin condition like that can use this cleanser. It's really, really, yeah, just very light and airy on the skin. Now, sometimes the foaming cleansers can get a bit of a bad rap because they can be quite stripping and quite drying. This one doesn't. It's got botanicals in it that are just going to add that moisture back in. So it's not stripping the skin, it's moisturising whilst I'm using it. And as you can see, I do love to work my cleanser in. Very nice. And if there was smell-o-vision, you'd be walking in a field of roses right now. It's divine. The light's not that great here because I'm kind of stuck in the corner where my sink is. I've got this huge big window kind of there. And so I hope you can see well. So now I'm going to do some eye cream, and I'm going to use the Prodigis Boost. Sorry, I'm murdering the name again. It's the Multi-Correction Eye Balm Gel. So I'm going to pop a little bit of this on underneath my eye. Now this gives immediate hydration. It's kind of like gel in texture, which is really nice going into the warmer months. I don't like to use a heavy cream under my eye when it's too hot. And this one has an antioxidant in it of jasmine extract, which is really great for reducing puffiness, brightening, kind of helping with those dark circles on the under eye, all those complaints that people have regularly. And yeah, it's immediately kind of cooling. It's really nice on. I can feel it, and this one has almost like an almond smell to it. Again, packed with all those beautiful botanicals. And then I'm going to give, with my little Nuxe eye roller, which is stainless steel, I'm just going to give my under eye a little bit of a roll. Now this is just something, it's like a very, very quick daily practice that you can do. So keep this in the fridge every morning, run and get it out when you're doing your skincare, and it will be freezing cold because of the stainless steel. And rolling this on the under eye over whatever eye cream you choose to use is such a great way to get rid of those kind of shopping bags that live on the under eye. Believe me, game changer. You can get them off Amazon, you don't need to buy the Nuxe one. But do if you like the look of it. It's really pretty, cute little thing. And now we're going to hydrate. Serums are probably one of my favourite products to use, and the reason is because serums are able to penetrate the skin and actively change on deeper levels. So they're normally always formulated with active ingredients, and hence the reason why they're probably more expensive than, say, some of your moisturisers, cleansers, that kind of thing, because they have the active ingredients in them to penetrate deeper and transform, regenerate, whatever they're formulated to do. This one has hyaluronic acid in it, very, very plumping, hydrating, and it's also a dark spot corrector, so you're going to start getting those kind of like post blemish scars or dark spots appearing through age, because that's what happens. This serum is going to help correct. It is the Super Serum 10, and this one is £60, so it's a bit of what, like I was just explaining, it's one of like the higher price points, but it's got all the good stuff in it. Serums have the good stuff in them. And then I'm just gonna pop on some moisturizer. This one is the Daily Boost Correction Cream. It is from the same line as the eye cream, so it's the Prodigy's Boost. Very lightweight in texture, and again the smell is kind of like that almondy smell, and I think that's what I was saying about Nuxe before, like they just take you on a journey. Like right now I can just smell trees and floral and almonds, and it's just so beautiful. So this is like, it's very correcting, it's illuminating, it's skin smoothing, it helps even the skin tone, and very plumping as well. So like the main things about skincare during the day is protection, always hydration is one of my biggest things, just keeping fine lines at bay, keeping that skin kind of youthful and plump looking. And all the hydrating, boosting, illuminating ingredients do that. And of course, to finish, mustn't forget the SPF. And I'm going to be using the Light Skin Fluid. It's high protection SPF 50. Very, very, very lightweight. And it absorbs super quick. And this really just takes your journey onto a level of, oh my God, yeah, it's high summer. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to spend the day on the beach. I'm going to just sit in the sun and just know my skin is protected, but that kind of scent stays with you, envelops you. It's just, yeah, it's really, really beautiful. And again, like that product, look how quickly that absorbed. And I think that's one of the things that people look for the most when it comes to sun cream. They don't want like kind of heavy cloying, they want that kind of light texture. This is very, very similar to the La Roche-Posay and Helios texture, just really super light, really great for all skin types. And my skin, it just feels so plump, and yeah, I'm ready for the day. So that's my skincare that I was given here. It's yeah, very comprehensive. I'm ready for the day, don't need to do anything else. So guys, I have been talking about having a chat with someone since yesterday, and I finally got her. I don't even need to introduce her because I know you already know who she is, but just in case you live in a cave, I am joined by Em, the nutritionist. She is enormous. She's everything right now. She is everywhere. And we have quite an age difference between us, but we are so on the same page. You know which page I'm on, and Em is on the same. She's doing incredible things when it comes to nutrition. And it kind of just, it gives me chills. Just, we had this chat yesterday, didn't we? Because we're generations different, but Emily is just bringing whole food, incredible recipes to the forefront for perhaps younger people to start eating well now. to move on later in life. Like, I'm in my 40s and I'm doing it now, and we just need every voice on every platform. And yeah, you're just doing incredible things. She has just launched her new book. So good. I know some of you got it because I put her on my stories the other day and they were like, oh my God, I bought her book. I'm doing some of the recipes from it. And yeah, you're going to see much more of that book soon, right? Because some exciting things are happening around it, but I'm not going to say it right now. So I asked Emily if she would join me just to have a little chat. And that's what we're going to do.
Everything health and wellness, debunk,
Yes.
clarify.
The whole thing.
The whole shebang.
Yes.
And I think, where should we start? Like what we were talking about yesterday, I think probably like one of the things that people don't think about when they think about nutrition, because I think so many times when we think about nutrition, we just simply think of like calories and vitamins.
Yes, we were having a big chat about that.
Yeah, but then there's this whole area of kind of antioxidants and what we call polyphenols in foods.
Yes.
And these are like these amazing little health compounds, which we find particularly in organic foods.
Yeah.
Foods that have had to kind of struggle to grow, bitter leaves, rockets, herbs, sprouts, all of these things contain these polyphenols, which basically we can't digest, but our gut bacteria can. And what happens is that when we ingest these polyphenols, they get converted to these kind of secondary and tertiary metabolites within the gut. And then we can absorb them, and they have these whole host of like longevity promoting benefits, anti-cancer, anti-tumor growth, anti-inflammatory, just everything in between. But
Everything that I'm about.
everything that you're about, but no one's talking about them.
No.
Like, when do we ever talk about, okay, like how many polyphenols are you getting in a day?
Explain to people. So explain first what an antioxidant is, because
Yeah.
I'm asked this a lot, especially when it comes to skincare.
Yeah.
What is antioxidant? What does it mean? Because I talk about it from the inside out as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, explain the antioxidant and then explain the polyphenols, because that's something that I really think people may not understand.
Because it does get a little bit sciencey. So
Yes.
an antioxidant, I always say, imagine there's like a medieval man with a ball and spiky chain running around your body, tearing everything up, tearing your cells, creating cellular damage, damaging your DNA. An antioxidant essentially is the guy who disarms the chain wielding like man in your body.
That. That's great. That's
Isn't it a great way to
think about it.
visualize
Really
it?
great visual.
And think about all of whenever we are stressed, when we have high sugar diets, when we eat processed foods, we get in more of these chain wheeling men.
Yeah.
So if we want to try and counteract those negative effects, which essentially when we get ill, it's when the body can't cope with the load of stress or the load of damage, because we're very good at regenerating ourselves. Our body's very, very smart, and you almost have to give it more credit. And I sometimes don't think we give our bodies enough credit. When we have a diet that's really rich in all of these antioxidants, we help our body out. So our lifestyle and our nutritional choices can actually be an amazing way to aid our body's own defense mechanisms and protect ourselves, protect our DNA, and protect longevity.
I love longevity is my favorite word. Like, I absolutely love longevity. And I talk a lot about this kind of like holistic pie. And it isn't just, oh, I'm going to stop eating processed food and everything's going to be fine. It's so many things to come in. Yeah, I mean, defense against these like kind of like chain wielding men inside you. And you have to kind of put these pieces of the pie together. To reduce all of this at once.
And I think it's so important as well. Like, we'll sit here and we can hammer on about food all day long, but if you're not sleeping well, if you're not managing your stress, if you're not doing that 360 holistic approach to your well-being, it's like baking a cake. You cannot forget the eggs. You can't not have the flour. You all need all of those ingredients for the cake to rise and to bake and to be the right texture. And it's the same for us.
It's so incredible, because I speak of a generation gap, because there is quite a big one. Emily is pretty much the same age as my son, or he's just slightly younger. But I love it that it doesn't matter how old you are. You need to approach that holistic 360 degrees at any age. Someone of 20-year-old will be dealing with something completely different than someone my age at 45 years old, but it's still something. There's still hormonal changes. It could be PCOS or maybe endometriosis, like those kind of things, like hormonal acne's happening, school stress, and then you move into your 20s and your 30s, and that could be like fertility issues and like things like that. And then you get to my age and we're hitting that perimenopause and menopause. Still the same approach, right?
Yeah,
Same
always.
approach.
And imagine if we were able to educate children in schools now And imagine how many more life skills and like healthier, happier lives people will live if they are aware of this. And it doesn't have to be like this whole life-changing, oh, take away all the joy, you can't do anything that you want to do anymore.
Yeah.
It's about the principles and building on what you value for yourself. And I think we're the perfect example of like the barriers, or like my barriers are probably a little bit more loose because I'm very young and I feel like I can be a little bit more reckless. But as we get older and we feel those like menopause approach and all of those things that we care about, then those barriers can come in a little bit more. But health is not just this like universal one size fits all approach. And that's one thing that I really love and I really want to make sure that people understand. It's like, don't be scared to jump on the bandwagon because it's fun. Like
it's also not a trend. It's an actual thing.
It's life.
It's life.
Yeah.
It's what gives us life. It's what, elongates our life. It's everything.
Yeah.
So polyphenols.
Yeah.
Talk about them. Look, she gets so excited. I asked her yesterday, what is the thing you love speaking about the most? She was like, polyphenols.
I actually wrote my dissertation on them, so I'm a big fan.
She knows a lot about them.
But so polyphenols we find in basically a whole range of our whole foods, plant-based foods, particularly coloured foods. Okay. So sometimes when you say eat the rainbow, you think it's a bit childish, but eating the rainbow, there's a lot of scientific evidence behind it. And that's because the pigments that give foods colour are these polyphenols.
Hence why I eat blueberries in my smoothie every single day.
Exactly. So blueberries, purple coloured foods, are a rich source of something called anthocyanins. And these are natural vasodilators. So these will help regulate blood pressure, inflammation, arterial health, also deliver nutrients to the skin. So if you have lots of purple coloured foods and you have a diet that's like rich in all of those lovely skin loving vitamins and healthy fats, the actual vasodilation of your blood vessels will help deliver those foods and nutrients to the skin.
Amazing. So beetroots, purple potato.
And purple potato, and purple sprouting broccoli.
Yeah.
So you can swap often they do like purple chard, rainbow chard, all those things. Try and get in those vat packed, and people often say like those foods can sometimes be expensive. Vat packed beetroot is 64p in Sainsbury's.
It is. You can blend it, make hummus.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So super versatile, and like I absolutely love that. Then we've got our kind of orange coloured foods, really rich in something called beta carotene. Yeah. And beta carotene is amazing for naturally protecting your skin from the sun. So it can actually help reduce the risk of developing certain cancers and inflammation within the skin. Beta carotene, one fist-sized sweet potato contains 100% of your daily kind of vitamin A needs and requirements. And although it's in a plant-based form, which means it's a little bit less bioavailable, the more kind of orange and red foods that we can get, the better. Red is a source of something called lycopene, which is another fantastic polyphenol. Incredible studies to show like proven cancer protective effects. And it's the processing. So when you cook down tomatoes, so if you make your own homemade tomato sauce with like gorgeous organic tomatoes, keep the skin on, sit them there, simmer them with loads of olive oil, garlic and fresh herbs, you're boosting all of the lycopene content. Then crack a couple of lovely like organic farm fresh eggs in there, make a breakfast shakshuka, and all of like, it doesn't have to feel weird, it doesn't have to feel different for it to be like superfoods. And I think sometimes we think superfoods are like guava berries that you have to spend 50 pounds.
Or something like,
do you know, I literally just made the guava berry up.
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
you're right. Those foods that you could buy in some extreme health store somewhere that cost like 15 quid a bag, and you're right, it's not.
Blueberries
Simple
and tomatoes.
tomato.
Yeah, literally.
Blueberries every day, tomatoes every day. And going back to what you said about a very simple breakfast, something like that, it's just breakfast, it's got this association because we've been made to feel this way, that it should be sweet and those kind of things. But that is such a typical breakfast.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic breakfast. You've got protein and the lycopene that Emily was just saying, and it's so quick, right?
So quick. And the amount of people who wake up and they have a latte and a pan of chocolate and that's how they start their day. And I am not surprised that we are fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised that people are having anxiety and mental health issues, because I always say fundamental rule is you eat for two, you and your gut microbes. And every single plate that you eat, you have to think, okay, what am I eating? Also, what are they eating?
And what are they eating?
Because if you're not feeding your gut microbiome with polyphenols, also feed the gut microbiome, they actually love them. And if you're not feeding them with diverse fiber types, they start to eat you. And sometimes a little bit of like self-generation, mucosal lining generation is a good thing. But what happens is if you starve them for prolonged periods and you're stressed and you're not sleeping enough, you wear down that mucosal lining to start to overstimulate the immune system. And that's where we get this chronic low-grade inflammation stemming from the gut that will then feed via the gut-brain axis into your brain. It will affect your mental clarity, your focus, your mood. It will encourage anxiety and depression. It will affect your skin. It will affect your hormone levels, especially as females. And it's one of like the most simple things to do is just eat for two. And if anyone watches this and they take away anything to kind of like really improve their overall health and well-being, your gut is so connected to your immune system, and your immune system like runs a lot of what goes wrong. So the more we can nourish our gut microbiome, the more settled and balanced immune system we can have, and overall kind of systemic balance we'll get to.
It's amazing. We're going to talk about the gut in a minute because we're going to come back to something about the gut. But something that I love you do, and you were speaking about this actually to someone else and I was overhearing, is that you'll cook a meal, whatever it is, but you'll add things to it to give you an extra boost. And I really love that you've got this kind of like way of approaching what you eat. So I have eggs on toast and I eat avocado and eggs every single morning, but Emily will come and she will add all these little extras to it. I'm just starting to grow my own sprouts at home because they are a very expensive thing to buy on a continuous basis, and something I will add sprouts to it. But speak about these little things that people can kind of add to get extra fiber, to get extra vitamins, and I love that you do that. You add that to your meals.
So it's like the sprinkle. I always say it's like the flourish at the end, and that would be like big fistful of fresh herbs, chuck loads of parsley onto it. Like parsley's so like detoxing and amazing for the liver. Loads of fresh basil, really high in vitamin K, really good for your blood health and your heart health. Sprouts, as we mentioned, are incredible, full of antioxidants, especially broccoli sprouts. Basically contain a sulfur-containing compound, which is just so good. The more cruciferous vegetables we can eat, the better. The crazy thing is, so many of us have such poor gut health, or we eat such low diverse diets that we think, oh, I can't eat broccoli, it makes me bloated. And it's like, it's not the food, it's how you're responding to the food. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know. I always tell people, take the third approach. So if you're bringing in something new that often you feel a bit sensitive to, cut the portion size down by a third, have it every other day for a week in that third portion size, then do 2/3 for the next week, then do 3/3, and you'll notice that you'll be absolutely fine and you'll be able to eat it and digest it.
Amazing.
So that's a little tip. And then a sprinkle of seeds. So always have a good mix of flax seeds, chia seeds,
like
pumpkin seeds.
omega seed mix.
Exactly.
Like I buy that and it's got all of that in it, right?
All of that, and it's not too expensive. You can get massive bulk ones from Holland & Barrett. Keep them in a little Tupperware in your cupboard, and every single time that you have your eggs and avocado, take a little teaspoon and just sprinkle it over, because that contains so many kind of nutrients, so many anti-inflammatory fats in their whole food form. So the way that we digest and break down and metabolize those are not the same way as even if we blended them, which is basically like mechanical digestion. Just those small little flourish of herbs, sprouts and seeds will transform any dish.
And they're so cheap and so easy. I mean, you can literally pick all of those herbs up in mainstream supermarkets. Because I do this series, like I'm very lucky, I go to farm shops, as you know, and I buy organic probably 90% of the time. But there are still things that you can do via mainstream supermarkets to start to change. And then when you see a change and you feel a change, you'll be more motivated to want to, maybe elevate that at some point. Let's go back to the gut. The gut is everything. I speak about it continuously. Emily talks about it. But Emily has created something that is now on the market. She has created her own supplement for gut health because it is incredibly important. The fundamental thing of everything is if your gut isn't healthy and healed and your gut lining isn't strong, then you're going to get leaky gut, and all those beautiful nutrients that you might be spending money on are just going to go.
You don't absorb them. So my company is called Epitome, and it's a hybrid of epitome and biome. So basically, the best your microbiome can be. And what we've created is duocap technology encapsulated probiotics.
Okay, so explain that.
We basically have an outer core and an inner core.
So it's almost like 2 tablets in one.
It's a 2-phase system, which means that we pretty much get 90% survival rates, which is like the highest out of any supplement of those live bacteria to the gut. And another thing that so many people don't realize is it's like a t-shirt. You can buy a t-shirt from Primark and you can buy a t-shirt from COS.
Yeah.
And it's a white t-shirt. It looks like a white t-shirt. The quality is worlds apart.
Yeah.
The fabrics they use, the process, the quality assurance. It's the same with probiotics. We choose strains that are labelled, registered, produced from some of the top factories in Europe. So when you're picking up your £10 probiotic off the shelf, you're picking up the low cost, low value, cutting corners, low quality.
And so many vitamins are like this.
Yes.
A lot.
It's really hard to navigate, and it's why I just wanted to take.
A minefield.
It's a once a day, every day, full gut support, gut barrier support, gut diversity support. Every single person can take it. Doesn't matter if you have gut issues, if you don't have gut issues. We designed it in a way that is like that safety net, that safety blanket, that every single morning you wake up, you take Epitome, and you know you started your day off doing the right thing for your gut. And I just want to make good health easy and accessible for everyone, and like that's my mission.
It's incredible. So I'm going to put the link to Epitome in the description.
I need to get you some.
I'm going to try them. I really want to try them. But yeah, I love that you are doing what you're doing. I won't talk about what you've got planned because that's your
top secret.
She's got some amazing things planned. She has some amazing personal goals planned for where you want to spread your message further, and I think they are really incredible. I guess thank you for speaking to me today. You are incredibly inspiring. I think you are so hardworking, so successful, and just keep doing what you're doing, Emily. It's really, really great, and yeah.
No, I loved meeting this trip.